I honestly don't know why they chose Seraphimon to fuse for Dragon Mode to make Paladin Mode, when they literally have Omnimon and Fighter Mode in the game. They could have literally just used Imperial Fighter Mode and Omnimon to make um, Paladin Mode. Where if they really didn't want to use Omnimon because they thought people would know how to make Omnimon, another, you just need to have one Omnimon on you. You just need to train one Omnimon, and then the other person the other partner just has to train up an Imperial Fighter Mode. It's not that much of a night. It really isn't that much of a hassle because it's supposed to be two separate Digimons that happen to create the in-game evolutions. Yeah, you need an Omnimon to get Paladin Mode normally, but to get the DNA attack, that's the one I'm referring to that I find so odd, that the DNA attack requires, you need to have Dragon Mode and Seraphimon of all Digimons to make the in-combat Paladin Mode. That's the one I find weird. Yeah, it's just Omnimon for the sake of equipping Omnimon, I think. 'Cause I don't think I have anything else that gives better techniques. Yeah, I really don't. Yeah. No, but it's still weird to have Seraphimon and Dragon Mode. I mean, you would still have to go out of your way to train an Imperial Dramon or a Seraphimon if you didn't pick Patamon. So you still have to go out of the way anyhow to create the in combat evolution. Or no way. I think I know what I want to do instead of Omnimon for the Kurt fight. I think I actually do want to have fighter mode instead. Since, yes, it is fairly easy to train a dragon mode, but still, if you don't want to go out of your way to train a dragon mode, then you have to go out of your way to get Vmon to get an easy dragon mode to do that in combat DNA evolution. But then if you don't want to grind up a Seraphimon, you have to use Patamon, and Patamon sucks. So why would you want to do that to yourself? Make yourself use Patamon, who isn't good. You're not allowed to go in the back room anymore? Alright. Yeah, putting a Fujin blade would be better on Cotton One. Putting a Belial Fang would be better on Agumon. So would Glorious Horn. King's Mantle is a better one for random. I mean, why am I saving up the money for? That's all I'm thinking about. Like, Crimson Mail is also like just. I mean, let's get a belly out thing. That Torimaru. Yes, that's all that. Needle glove. Machine gun. Wait, I have four of them. Ghost Fang. Weasel. Chainsaw. Pulse guard. Drill horn. Trihorn. Alright. I've now upgraded equipment, which I feel is necessary, since I'm gonna do the true final fight in this version. Just gonna stock up on more healing items. Life discs, I have 12. Let's do 15. Wait, no, there's no ailment inflictment in that fight. Rock Plug increases speed. Nah. Now let's do it. Let's save the game and attempt Kurt. Because if I lose the fight, I don't want to have to need to re-buy equipment. And again, I know I've already spoiled it, but I did it in the credit scene anyway, so I can't feel like it's moot. It's a moot point with me trying to be quiet about it now. Bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, to kind of correct you a little bit, Flygon, the developers did dislike us that much because if you want to get every evolution on your partner Digimon, and I mean every Digivolution in the game, then you have to train up an Imperial Battle mode, a Beelzebub Blast mode, and the ever tedious Diaboromon. You probably don't have to make them to level 99, but you still have to train them up just to be able to have a finished Digivolution chart. Because getting a finished Digivolution chart gives you like a golden board. Welcome, Yuki. I've been waiting. Yuki, you defeated all four leaders. Please proceed to the arena. Who exactly do I fight now? Heh, you will just have to wait and see. Go on, your opponent is already waiting. Alright, the strongest Tamer, which I've already spoiled, but technically it's supposed to be a reveal. So, this is the arena. I wonder which guy's my opponent. I accidentally skipped. Hey, Yuki! I knew you'd go all the way. Huh? Kurt? Don't tell me you're the strongest Tamer. That's right, and I'm glad to be facing you here. I've always wanted to fight you all out. I felt the same. There's no worthier opponent than you. Haha, I'm going to enjoy this. Let the fun begin. Don't hold back. And Kurt has some pretty decent music, I have to admit. Let's just see, how much damage does this heaven hit do? Not a lot. Wow. Ooh, it's not good. That's not good at all. Mm, I don't think I'll be able to beat Kurt. Unless I just rely on... Okay, never mind. Never mind. Because I have to rely on counters that won't always work to be able to win this fight. Alright, that worked. Okay, good. Blocking one didn't do anything. Good. And time for the annoying one, Bulbmon. Because he had to bring back Bulbmon. Oh, he's going hard with the counters. Kotemon, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I guess you can just win if you just try to use the counter press cheat. Not 100% reliant because he has to move like Mad Pump. I'm gonna try to boost my speed. That's why I'm gonna go into fighter mode to get the speed boost by using Mega Boost. Yeah, that's not anything anyone would expect to see, that you would de-digivolve into a lesser Imperial Dramon. Oh. I am getting away with this. I shouldn't, but I'm getting away with this. Ah, this is hilarious. I am getting away with this, even though I'm severely underleveled. I am getting away with this hard. Ah, oh my god. Jesus, he's just going ham with it. Sabu Sabu, getting all these freaking Countercrest, he's going ham with it. Alright, freaking, what the, yo, um, okay, 2,365 experience. Alright, that was Kurt. Uh, I did it. I beat Kurt by using Countercrest. Congratulations, Yuki. You beat me fair and square. Now you're the new strongest tamer. Thank you. Soon, Digimon Online will be restored. As the first world champ, you should take on all the challengers that will come from around the world. Me, the first world champ? Well, I'll try to do my best. I've been counting on you. You still have you still have some time though. Until then, fight more and get even stronger. Don't worry, I'm going to be the strongest world champ ever. Or strongest world champ ever. Alright. That fight went uh, way better than I ever could have imagined. With Kotemon just getting, what was it? Uh, it was one counter crest against Datamon, two against Bull. No, sorry, not. It was one break into it, the Mad Bounce. It was one against Bulbon who killed him, and then two. Yeah, he got three counter crests in a row, but it would technically be five if Bulbon didn't use that one Mad Pump. Since he got a back-to-back counter there as well, because he got a counter against Datamon, and he got a counter against Bulbmon. So yeah, that's insane. I guess through that fight, you get a tiny taste of how the average American World 3 experience is. That you could just do shenanigans like that, where you are severely underleveled, but because you reflect all the damage back to them, you win the fight. That your only job is to just heal so that you could live the hit again and then poof, hit it right back. So yeah, that was Digimon World 3. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the game quickly before ending stream. I'll give you my quick review. Now, Digimon World 3 is a game I played since I was a child, so it will always be near and dear to me because of all the memories I've had playing Digimon World 3. However, I can say without certainty that it's not without its flaws. It's very, like, it is grindy and a bit iffy on telling you when you should grind, with the being a bit weird with the level scaling of certain areas. So that I know is one flaw of Digimon World 3. And of course, the giant elephant in the room, the amount of grinding that you need to do to get the three strongest Mega Digimon with Diaboromon, Imperial Paladin Mode, and Beelzemon. The amount of grinding one needs to do with those three partner Digimon is crazy, especially Diaboromon, when compared to Paladin Mode and Beelzemon. And I'm not gonna go into it now because I know I've talked about it enough in other streams with my frustration of why they made the Abwarmon so hard compared to Imperiumon and the Elzamon. But that's another glaring flaw. Now, in terms of quick travel, because I know a lot of Digimon World 3 players, uh, is that I've heard a lot of Digimon World 3 players say, like, a flaw with the game is all the back and forth you have to do. Yes, and that there's no quick travel. However, that's technically not true, because you do have the circuit board. You just don't have access to the map. But if you have access to the circuit board map, like I've had throughout this playthrough, then one can see the travel isn't all that bad between the different areas. You just need to know which hole to take and what direction to go. So yeah, I know that's not that. I know that technically means it is flawed because it doesn't have a true quick travel because it doesn't have an easy one, but that's just how they made a game. They expected you to already have a map to the circuit board before playing the game. But yeah, it does need a lot to be better. Like it needs to have a clearer quick travel, or as a clearer quick travel, maybe a map of both the undersea and the underground if they were to keep it. They need that so that you can be able to track your movement by at least having a map. Because if you had a map, you'd be able to know, like, okay, I went left. That didn't take me anywhere. Let's try right, and then you can note it down. Yeah, definitely. Like it's a product of its time, and that's definitely the thing. But yeah, I still feel it's a good game, Digimon World 3. I still don't think it's bad by any means. Because there are other games out there that are way worse than Digimon World 3. So I will still say it's a solid game, Digimon World 3. Especially considering its time, it's solid. Because it could have been a lot worse. But the fact that it isn't speaks volume. And the art style, I would say, is a very good. It has a very good art style for its time. Because the overworld sprites are very well made, and the in combat models they aren't perfect, but they aren't bad either. It's not like whenever combat began, you were like, ugh, you want to look away from the screen because it was horrible polygons. Like, no, the game looks good for its time. Yeah, it's what you can expect from a PlayStation 1, but I guess a higher end PlayStation 1 in that sense, since it has the blocks coming up from loading, and it's because it's has a lot of things that's pushing a PlayStation 1. Like that's why it has those blocks coming up whenever it's loading a screen. Because it does have a lot of textures and all that a PlayStation 1 can handle. I'm sure if this game was released to PlayStation 2 instead of PlayStation 1, it probably would have been an even better game. Because then you could probably add stuff that they couldn't. Because I'm guessing there were a lot of things they wanted to add, but they just couldn't because they were already pushing the PlayStation 1 to its limits, so to speak. But yeah, I find Digimon World 3 to be a very solid game, and I would still recommend, like, if one is to play Digimon World 3, I would still recommend the European version. Yeah, exactly. It could be less of that if it was a PlayStation 2. Yeah, as I said, if one is to play Digimon World 3, I recommend this one. Because this one gives the game, in that sense, a proper conclusion instead of just kind of leaving you there at Galactic. Like, yes, you do need to grind more in this version because you need to train up a Monmon, a Kumamon, and or Monmon Kotemon, Monmon, was it Kumamon Kotemon, depending on whom you have of those three. But I still feel this is the superior version to play between World 3 and World 2003. I would still recommend this version of the game over the American version. But hey, if you want a game where you don't have to think, play the American version because you don't need to think at all. You just need to beat up a bunch of Tuskmons until you get Counter Crest, slap that on, and then just play the game. You don't need any brain cells to beat the American versions. You just need a Counter Crest and you won the game. This one gives at least a little bit more strategy. So that's why I enjoyed this version more because you can't rely. Like, yes, I know I just relied on Kurt with Counter Crest, but that was not my initial plan, mind you. I wasn't going into the fight going, ha, I'm gonna win this fight with Counter Crest. That was not my plan going into the fight. My plan was to have, like, oh, use Spider Mode to boost up my speed, tag to Renamon, use Mega Strength and Mega Protect to boost my attack and defense, and then have proper brawl out with Kurt. That was my strategy going into the fight. The fact that I won the fight with just counter press was pure luck. It was pure luck that counter press triggered as often as it did in that fight. And the fact that the AI barely guarded my moves was also. Yeah. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough, and I know by the time I upload this VOD to YouTube, this playthrough would have been long finished, and well, this is also the last episode, so obviously it'll be finished once this one is up. But yeah, as always, those to see this spot on YouTube, I would appreciate if you left a like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed my content, which I suppose you do if you're hearing this part of the VOD, then you obviously enjoyed what you've been watching. And of course, leave my Twitch channel in the description below for if you want to watch me live instead of just waiting for me to upload the VODs, which the time period from the uploads can vary depending on my schedule.